Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fun one for you. These commanders dominate the table without ever attacking. My goodness, let's jump into it. So, of course, there is a list of these fantastic commanders that you can find in the description below. But first up, there's Pramikon Sky Rampart. Now, this commander literally cannot attack. A 1/5 wall, a wall for 3 mana in Jeskai. I believe the only wall commander, actually, with flying and defender, enters the battlefield, choose left or right. Each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the chosen direction, and planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. Here's the thing with this one. Literally, again, you cannot attack with this, unless you utilize the cards that are like, hey, it can attack, even though it has defender. Sure. You're not really going to be building around that, I would assume, for the most part, though, being a 1/5 flyer. Go for it if you really want to, but yes, this commander does not need to attack to dominate, because what you are doing is you are changing an entire aspect of the game, and there are very few commanders that can actually do it. There are very few cards in Magic that do that. This literally says, you know what that rule that we have in Commander where you can just attack willy-nilly whoever you want? No. I choose how we're attacking. I choose the direction of attack, and the most threatening player might be on my left, so let's all go left. And all of a sudden, the player across from me is very upset because they're about to get attacked. Or, when things change up and that player is no longer as big a threat and the player on your right is a huge threat, then you know what? You blink it and then you swap it again. So you can control the battlefield. You control the flow of the game when it comes to combat, and of course, by utilizing ways to force creatures to attack, ways to maybe have creatures hit even harder, ways to control creatures. You got so many good ways to really just take over the game with a card like this. A commander that definitely does not need to attack to do that. Next up, alright, for a different reason. Again, I believe Pramikon is the only actual wall in Magic that is a commander. I could be wrong with that. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong on that, but other commanders also are not incentivized to attack. Esika, God of the Tree, and I'm kind of cheating on this one just a little bit, but let's go with it, okay? A 1/4 God with Vigilance for 3 mana in green, tap at 1 mana in color. Another legendary creature you control Vigilance and tap at 1 mana in color. Now, technically, alright, you might be incentivized to attack with this one because you can vigilantly, right? But here's the thing, the vast majority of players out there, unless your name is Eddie, build around the backside of this commander, which is the Prismatic Bridge, which is a legendary enchantment which literally cannot attack because it's an enchantment. Unless you play like Opalescence or whatever that one card is, and you turn everything into a creature that's an enchantment, then you're swinging too. But that's a weird deck. I mean, that's awesome if you're doing that, and please send me the deck list, but most of the time you're just going, okay, play Prismatic Bridge. 5 mana, Wooburg, the best color combination. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards to the top of your library to reveal a creature or planeswalker card. For that card on the battlefield, the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Basically, random time to get a creature or a random planeswalker off the top of your library. You just have a bunch of massive ones. Great, amazing. And you've got either a Super Friends build or just giant creatures build. Or if you're a degenerate like me, you're like, hey, there's actually only one creature in this deck, and it's all built around it, and that's Inkter Nephilim, and this deck is broken. Yay! And I win the game if it comes out. Yeah, that's kind of how you might build the deck as well. Regardless, you definitely do not need to attack with this commander at all to dominate the game. Next up, Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. Now, I personally have never had a Selvala deck, but I played against many Selvala decks in my career, and I don't believe I've actually seen Selvala attack even once, actually. A 2/3 Elf Scout for 3 mana in green. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, its controller may draw a card. If its power is greater than each other creature's power, that's only going to benefit you, really, to be honest. Like, you've got the biggest creatures, you're always going to be the biggest creatures, and you're going to be drawing a lot of cards with that. On top of that, pay a green tap at X mana. Any combination of colors directs the greatest power among creatures you control. That's insane. That is absurd. That is just, hey, you know what? Let's just get like 10 mana and then, utilize it super early, like maybe on turn like 4. And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. All right, I've got 10 mana. What to do with? Oh, maybe just untap this and do it again. And draw some cards and do all the things. And there is no reason for this value engine to attack and ever be put into danger in that way. I mean, can you just imagine you're like, okay, I attack you, and they're like, I flash out a creature, it's gone. No! Why didn't I just use it for mana and card draw? Yeah, just use it for mana and card draw. The activated ability is too good. Speaking of which, and this is high praise, but Selvala Wildcard is probably the most broken precon commander, face precon commander that they've ever made, and that is saying a lot. I guess technically, like, the precons for Brawl might count, like Corvold is insane as well, but like Stella, probably more broken. In the deck that they built with it is like just a couple of swapped cards out from being broken too. A 2/4 human rogue for a 3 mana, and is it whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until your next turn, you may play that card. Basically, impulse draw. Tap, copy target. It's a sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets with a copy. Activate on if you've cast 3 more spells this turn. Yeah, that you might think that that's like a big requirement. It's really not at all. It's like, okay, cantrip, and next spell I cast just goes infinite. Cool, good for me. Yeah, any kind of a like Cerulean Wisp type card that's like, all right, untap, you draw. Cool, all right, awesome. That's infinite. Yep, just draw my whole deck, whatever I want. Okay, cool. There's also plenty of other infinite combinations with this one. I mean, you can do some insane things like Dramatic Reversal. There's just so many ways to combo with this. It's insane. You basically just win the game super early on in the game. And yeah, there is absolutely no reason you should ever be putting Stella into danger because your win condition has nothing to do with you swinging with Stella. So why would you ever do that and put Stella into danger when you're just like, oh yeah, my win condition is just go infinite. So yeah, do that. Next up, Atla, Palani, Nest Tender. Yeah, Atla, Palani has a lot better things to do than to actually just, swing at an opponent and, actually just go put into danger, You just know you don't need to do that. What you need to do is you need to make eggs. 2/3 human shaman for 4 mana in Naya. Make some eggs. Pay 2, tap, create a 0/1 green egg creature token with Defender. Whenever an egg you control dies, your card. So you top your life till you like creature card. On the battlefield, the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. Kind of like Prismatic Bridge style-ish, but, I mean, also just a ton of fun. And one that you can utilize multiple times in the same turn. I mean, yeah, of course there are ways to go, okay, I pay, I tap, I make an egg. And then I maybe have a way to untap, which there are plenty of them, especially in green and in white. Do it again, and again, and again. Cool. Or populate. Plenty of ways to populate in these colors as well. Make a ton of eggs. Sacrifice them. Do whatever you need to do. Ping them. Whatever you need to do to take them out. And all of a sudden just get massive creatures off the top of your library. My favorite build around this is maybe just, again, like a singular creature in your library with their avatar and just have fun with that. Being like, hey, Warstorm Surge, hit you for 40. Cool, all right, goodbye. Haste Trample, hit you for 40. Goodbye. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Make sure you check that episode out. But yeah, Atla, Palani, Nest Tender, super fun commander, and one that, again, literally, do not attack with it. You will dominate the table if it just sticks around. Next up, another commander that I don't think I've ever seen attack. And there are plenty of Krenko players out there, of course. It's one of the most played commanders of all time, which is super impressive because, again, it is in, I believe, the top 10 right now still. And it is a monocolor commander. I think it's the only monocolor commander in the top 20 even, which is insane. But yeah, Krenko Mob Boss, I've played against many Krenko decks. I don't think I've ever seen Krenko attack. And I don't think that's the wrong call. A 3/3 Goblin Warrior for 4 mana in red. Tab, create X 1/1 red Goblin creature tokens, or X the number of goblins you control. I mean, Krenko always has something better to do. Like, literally, just Krenko, instead of actually just attacking, you're like, oh, I can make a goblin. Even if it's just one goblin, okay? Even if Krenko's the only goblin that you have, tapping Krenko to make a goblin means that next time you tap, you make 2 more goblins. The next time you tap, you make 4. You need to get that started somehow, so instead of being like, yeah, I'll swing at you for 3, you're like, let me just create my massive goblin army in absolutely no time. Yeah, you've got better things to do than actually attack. Like make like 20, 30, 40, 80 million goblins, of course. And if you haven't seen my episode on Krenko, make sure you check that one out because, yeah, many players out there, I'm not saying that they're wrong, build like all goblins in the deck. I'm telling you right now, you should probably build in some threat effects because... yeah, red doesn't have many ways to untap creatures except for threat effects, and they've got an abundance of that. There's many, many amazing threat effects out there to utilize the Krenko. So do that, untap Krenko, and then all of a sudden you exponentially grow your team in absolutely no time. You have no reason to attack with this one. Moving on, one of my favorite commanders of all time, Garth One-Eye. If you haven't seen my episode on, Garth, make sure you check it out. One of my favorite decks. Just, enchant all the lands you have. Well, not all the lands. Okay, get like an indestructible land out and play. Enchant it, and then all of a sudden it's got, the ability to tap for an absurd amount of mana, have a lot of things that can untap it, and you just have a really fun turn. A 5/5 human wizard for 5 mana in Wooburg. Again, probably the biggest creature we've actually talked about so far. Like, oh wait, 5/5. Oh, that can hit pretty hard, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not attacking with Garth. Tap, choose a card name that has been chosen from among Disenchant, Brain Geyser, Terror, Shivan Dragon, Regrowth, and Black Lotus. Create a copy of the card's chosen name. You may cast the copy. I kind of think I forget that, Garth, actually can attack. Like, I'm sure that there have been scenarios where I should probably attack with Garth, and, like, I don't, because I'm like, oh, no. No, Garth is just here for spells. Like, attack, selling my hands in combat. No! Yeah, Garth always has something that he can do. Again, I mean, not just on your turn, right? If you've got Garth untapped on a opponent's turn, you've got some instance that you can play with Garth, essentially, so do that. But yeah, basically, Garth is just a machine to cast spells from all the way back in the original Magic. You know, the beginnings of Magic, including the banned Black Lotus. So yeah, cast some absurd cards with Garth, don't attack ever, and dominate the game. Next up, Heartless Hidetsugu, a 4/3 Ogre Shaman for 5 mana in red with some absolutely gnarly art. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Heartless. But here's the thing. With Heartless, it doesn't need to attack. It's like, it looks intimidating, but it's like, no, I'm just like standing here. Oh, and by the way, if I tap, I deal damage to each player equal to half that player's life total rounded down. Okay, goodbye. Here's the thing. Yeah, it hits you as well. That's so metal. Anyways, here's the thing with this one. You've got any kind of a damage doubler, and you just win the game, or tie the game, basically. If you've got any kind of damage doubler that's like to your opponents, like your opponents, damage is double to them, cool. They're all gone when you tap this. They are literally just all gone. It is a one-shot KO on everyone. I mean, it is rounded down, but still, I mean, okay. Basically all the time. Or here's the thing, if you like give this lifelink, you're just like, all right, I just gain life and I'm fine. If I have any kind of a damage doubler out there, I'm still fine. So there are plenty of ways to just go, okay, all I need my commander to do is literally just tap once and I win. So why would I ever swing with it? Because I don't care about my opponent's life totals. You don't care about their life totals at all. Because you just need to tap this to go, your life total doesn't matter now. It's gone. Well, it's halved, but it's basically gone because I'm doubling it up. Heartless Hidetsugu, metal, and amazing. Don't attack. Next up, lots of red in here. Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker, a 2/2 Goblin Shaman with haste for 5 mana in red. Tap a token that's copy target non-ledger creature you control onto the battlefield. That token has haste. Sacrifice begin next end step. Yeah, Kiki-Jiki is one of the most broken cards of all time. I mean, just go on Commander Spellbook and just type in Kiki-Jiki and see how many combos there are with it. Even in mono red, there are quite a few, and you can do some absolutely crazy things. Yeah, just get any kind of a creature that's like, I enter the battlefield and untap something. Cool. Yeah, there you go. You get an infinite number of those things, like Zealous Conscripts type style. So yeah, there's no reason, again, for your 5 mana 2/2 to get thrown at the wolves. You know, you just go like, all right, go attack them. You're like, why? You see how tiny I am? What are you doing? No, that's not what I'm here for. What you're here for literally is just, okay, the turn you're ready to combo off, play Kiki-Jiki. Tap Kiki-Jiki. You win! I mean, technically, you probably, illustrate the actual combo and the way that it keeps going again, but okay, you basically just win, okay? To actually say it, you just probably win. And in fact, everyone probably knows the Kiki combo, so they probably just know, like, oh, okay, that you played Kiki. Can you stop it? No? Okay, all right. That's game then. Congratulations on winning without ever attacking. And finally, an oldie but a goodie. I love you, Arcanis the Omnipotent. One of my favorite commanders of all time. Okay, not my favorite commanders of all time, I should say. One of my favorite cards of all time from my youth. Oh, I love Arcanis the Omnipotent. Sylvanas Rogue Elemental. Those are my 2 favorite cards from way back in the day. I absolutely love them. And Arcanis is one that you literally do not want to attack with. Again, it's just like, hey, I'm a Brainiac over here. What are you doing having me go into combat? Like, I mean, it looks intimidating, right? Like, look at all these, like, magic-y, flowy things coming out of me. Whoa! Whoa! And, like, just like a wizard in general, like, doesn't have, like, a creature type, distinction before that. It's not like human wizard, elemental wizard. It's like, just a wizard. We don't know what it is. Anyways, 3/4 wizard for 6 mana in blue. Tap, draw 3 cards, pay 4. Turn Arcanis back to its owner's hand. This is one that literally is just, like, the best draw engine that you ever had. You're just like, okay. Tap, draw 3. Oh, I'm in a color that literally has all these untap effects that we talked about earlier with Stella. Okay, yeah. Pay 1 mana, probably cantrip untap. Cool. And then do it again. Oh, okay, cool. Dramatic reversal, untap, get all my mana rocks untapped, and then do it again. Oh, okay, cool. A recursion spell. All right, recur, dramatic reversal, do it again. Yeah, you see where this is going? There's no reason you should be ever attacking. You should just be drawing the most insane amount of cards ever. You swinging for 3 damage means absolutely nothing compared to tap, draw 3 cards. So just keep tapping and drawing 3 cards, and if you need to turtle up, eventually bounce Arcanis back to your hand because players are going to try to take it out. But yeah, Arcanis, I love you so much. And with that, this episode is come to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.